we're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort. And China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
All these assets are showing positive returns at this point. I don't know, for Bitcoin itself, it depends on where you entered about whether you have a positive return. And we've noticed that lately, we're joking around, it's less volatile than the Dow. I guess you can see it on the chart there. Now, some people would say that's a good thing because maybe it eventually loses some of the risk that would be involved with it being a true currency or used for transactions. Others say, I don't know, that it represents what China's kind of done, and that maybe there's increasing regulatory fears that are putting a cap on it.
Well, I think what we've certainly seen over the years is this ecosystem to, continue to get challenged. The recent ban on mining in China we view as a positive thing. We've seen the mining distribution fan out to other parts of the world, including here in the US. And investors in this asset class are really not focused on the short term or any short-term movements in price. These are really investors looking at their allocations over the medium to longer term. And so any volatility or even dampening of volatility is not something that anyone is fazed by.
It might be focused if it broke under 30 and had one of those pullbacks or corrections that we've seen in other years, might get a little bit more focused. But there are people that just stack. That's for sure, that no matter what happens, they're going to keep stacking. What about an ETF? There's an article today about some of Gensler's comments, and that we're as far away from an ETF as we were 5 years ago, even though it's always supposed to be imminent, because of the fears that that regulators have that they're not protecting investors adequately yet in digital assets.
Well, a Bitcoin ETF here in the US, Joe, is really a matter of when, not a matter of if. I don't know if you kind of saw this last week. We announced our partnership with BNY Mellon, and we are, again, 100% committed to converting our flagship product, GBTC, into an ETF when regulatory approvals are ready for that type of product. I think from our seat, in our view of the world, we're really looking for a couple of different points of maturation in the underlying market. And that's really kind of the final stages of what we think regulators need to approve those types of products and give investors the protections that they're looking for.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works. Because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it's all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books, Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, those books are mandatory because they show you how the world really works. Also, those who purchased the 3 Kids books. And those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon, much love, keep it coming. And then also those who are shopping at both stores, much love, keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first. And what did we see, guys? We saw the distraction today. First thing this morning, Grayscale announcing they're going to do an institutional DeFi fund and index. At the same time, we have the lockup period ending. And this is how the New World Order works. They put that distraction out there while you're looking one way, they're moving the money another. We know the lockup period is ending, but we don't get any news of that. We get the news that Grayscale is doing an actual DeFi fund and index. And guys, as we can see, the market is dipping. And when the actual blood is in the streets, guys, that's when you strategize. I'm not your financial advisor, not financial advice, but please do your own research. We knew this time was coming. You know, I give you daily updates. Do not be scared of the actual dips, guys. Just make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have volume. We have Tether, which actually went backwards. Now, there's like 61 billion. And then, of course, we have USDC. Do not forget to pay attention to the actual Fed. Very, very important. Remember, they did 800 billion on Friday, and then they'll do another repo today. So like I stated before, probably be about $1.5 trillion to manipulate the actual yields. And guys, the only reason why the stock market is at where it's at now is because of the Fed. The only reason why cryptos are at where they're at right now is because of the Fed, because we know in cryptos, we're nothing but speculation, but definitely we're the future for the fourth industrial revolution. Now, getting over to a little crypto news, guys, we have Dogecoin volume soared to nearly 1 billion during Q2. And guys, we know Dogecoin is that perfect coin for adoption because you have Elon Musk, and then plus it's a price where everybody can buy and make a little money, especially because of the volatility. Now we have Binance burns over 390 million worth of BNB tokens as promised on a quarterly basis. And guys, remember, I'm not your financial advisor, not financial advice. Please do your own research. We know that's simple math. If they keep burning coins, that means the price is going to be moving up, especially if we're in a bear market, like I stated, with these actual exchange tokens. Of course, that's where the actual exchange can put their liquidity in their own coin. Now we have Cathie Woods of Ark Invest ups his Square holdings amid Jack Dorsey announcement. And guys, the reason why I go over Cathie Woods a lot, because we know she's only invested in the fourth industrial revolution. Now we have South China Morning Post to tokenize a 118-year-old archive with NFT. So guys, we know when it actually comes to NFTs, it's nothing but adoption. But then also, you're talking about a way to tokenize goods. And then plus, if you attach the smart contracts, it revolutionizes everything that we do. So if you just take your mind off the art and then put other goods in place of the actual NFT, you see that everything can be tokenized and put on blockchain. That's exactly how it's going to end up. Now we have China releases first carbon offset on Ant Group blockchain. And we know this climate carbon agenda is also a way to move in all of this technology. Same way with the actual C word. They piggyback all this technology on the back of it to move it in. Same thing if you actually look at the climate change agenda, you see the globe moving in the same direction. Now we have the Fed and Yale researchers lay out two regulatory frameworks for stablecoins. And remember, guys, there's always these MIT, Yale, Harvard colleges that they actually go to and match it up with the Fed. Why? Because they use the greatest minds for evil. Don't forget about it. And then lastly, guys, we have Janet Yellen and the work group is meeting today. Do not forget about that on the actual stablecoins. So we definitely want to see exactly what comes out of that meeting, whether good or bad, because it can go either way. We know they want to do something with Tether to get it out the way and USDC be that top stable coin. Because when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you, don't forget about the books, Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. Also, if you're new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance, the book links and crypto links are in the description. The Cryptoteacher stock channel, Cryptoteacher stocks. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming, while everybody's sitting at home, got that home stocks. the C word, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home getting free money or waiting on that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids' books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.